It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason, and it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, an exciting battle in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Ready to get this game started? Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And we're underway from Seattle. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
I'll tell you what, this quarterback will sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to throw this on the first play. Milrow. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so give him 1 on that short completion.
1 yard gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Just a yard on that catch, so 2nd and 9 coming up. Milrow looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And they don't get any help on this 2nd down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as the play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain. That feels like a sack for those defenders.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Downfield, that finds Shaheed. There it is, touchdown Seattle! Well, that right there is what you look for coming off a narrow loss. You clean up the details that put you in the wrong at the end of that game, Brock. And then you find a positive way to start the next week off right.
Any sport, there's always something to be taken from a loss, and they look like an improved group here so far.
That one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
They jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Now for the first time, a give to the former Indiana Hoosier. They'll cobble together a yard there. Leonard Williams applying the hit there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Purdy to throw it. Right side, caught by Stribley. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. A big gain for San Francisco. 34 yards.
First down.
1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Play action now with Purdy. Caught just shy of the goal line. And they're going to respond immediately. Touchdown 49ers.
Touchdown.
Dejon Stribley. His 4th through the air this season. Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. The give now to Price. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Here's a shotgun give to Price. They stop him after a gain of about 3. Leaves him looking at 4th down.
He was brought down by Ephesians Bryson.
Seahawks bring it out the punt team. Back deep for the 49ers is Deebo Samuel. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Black. And he's going to line up in the red for this play, back at the 8. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Purdy looking to throw. Reeled in by George Kittle. This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And it will be 1st down, 49ers.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
No give. It's Black-headed left. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Nehemiah Pritchett. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up.
Black now from the gun. Blast through midfield. Works the sideline inside the 35. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. Huge gain down the left side. 36 yards. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
They pitch it to him. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, Purdy. This is going to be caught. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mekhi Lemon, the 2nd score that he has brought in this season. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And our score 14-7 now here in the 1st.
Seahawks 7. Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on his 1st and 10. Here's Price on the give. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be second down. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. To the air, Milroe. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Nice.
Here's Milroe to throw. Looking downfield, snagged by Arroyo. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. It's a big gain from the Seahawks. 35 yards.
That's so good, Kate. That is just such good quarterbacking 101 right there. He escapes the pocket. He keeps his eyes down the field, and because of it, well, he found an explosive.
It's a design run for Milroe. And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. It's a 14-7 game. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. Milroe now to throw. And it's going to end up an incomplete pass, partner, so that brings up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, here's Milroe. And he loses it on the hitch. That was a good play to break up that catch, and that forces them to 4th down. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact. You couldn't do it. Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Black takes this one up the middle. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, knock down that runner.
Sterling's got it. Getting close, and a hit will force him to that sideline, but not before he picked up 24. And that's going to be good for a 49ers 1st down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, that really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
1st and 10 for Purdy. And after that last connection, approaching 1,500 passing yards on the season. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Here's a give left side. Black. He's going to be taken down. A gain of about 14 on the play. And that is a San Francisco first down. Well, he's got his early highlights, Brock, but you know he wants to add a few more to that reel before this game wraps up.
There's no question about that. And you want to get that century mark. That's a number that running backs are proud of. And stacking runs like that will sure help.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's going to lose a yard here. Defense there to force him out behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the run. If you're fighting the good fight, you even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Purdy. It's caught at the 4. And across the line he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 6th receiving touchdown of the year. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Seahawks 10. Pinheiro to kick off for San
Now
Francisco.
Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10.
Panther street. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Trying the left side. Price. And he's going to be encouraged out of bounds there with a pickup of 4 and 2nd and 6.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Throwing now, Milrow. Completed to his running back. And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
That's good.
He held on to that for one reason and one reason alone, because he's got some kind of powerful grip strength. That was incredible to take that shot and still possess the ball.
Throwing here, Milrow. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the grounds. Incomplete, it's 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Now it's Milrow. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. And his tight end opening down the seam. That was the look he was hoping he would see. Just didn't make the throw he needed to, Brock.
You know, Kay, I think on that one, honestly, the distance plays a role. You really do train yourself. You want those seam routes to be 18 to 22 yards. That one extended, and it played a role in the miss.
Throw here, 3rd down. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. First call here coming from the shotgun. The screen pass falls incomplete. Coming off a touchdown on that previous drive, you can almost feel the urgency up here, Brock. They want to add more.
Yeah, urgency and aggressiveness. Those are kind of the ingredients in the recipe for this offense, and certainly their success today.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Purdy throwing here. Over the middle, Stridling's got it. They're going to pick up 12 yards on the play, Brock. That's going to set them up with a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And an inside give here to Black. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. On the handoff, here's Black. And he's going to have this a step or two shy of first down, it looks like. He stopped at the 25-yard line.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third down, 1 yard to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he won't get back to the line, Bronk. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. So punt coming up on 4th down. It's against Belgium native Corliss Waitman with the honors. That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Price. Off by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Milrow from the gun. Lasers this one deep down the middle. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
By the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Now Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Now it's Purdy. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that means it'll be first down, San Francisco.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it. And when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a first down.
Now give to Black. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
Offense to the line for second down. Here's Purdy to throw. He's going to go down. They haul him to the turf at the 21. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He finds Evans, left side. And the defense fine with giving him some yards there, right? It's a gain of 9, but still forces this 4th and long. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. So 4th down is going to bring out Eddie Pinheiro and the 49ers field goal unit for the first time. High percentage look for him here from the left half.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Now a design run. Here's Milrow. Has room down the left sideline. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
Okay, right there's the danger of dime coverage. Bunch of little guys on the field that love to cover. May not tackle so well and opens up a run lane. He took huge advantage of it.
And it's good. So they take some valuable points off that lead, Brock, right at the end of this first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Running right, it's Black. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They're going to run it. It's Black. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
3rd down, line to gain 9 yards out. They've got a man in motion. Third and long for him here. And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender times it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
His work begins at the 31. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Price. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Brought down by Fred Warner.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Milroe looking to throw. To the left, he's got Arroyo. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Drop 60, 19 targets.
From the gun, Milroe. Catch is made down the right sideline. There's the hit, and finally putting an end to that one. Out of bounds after a gain of about 26. And that's going to be a Seahawks 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They give up the guts. It's Price. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
You know, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And this is going to fall incomplete. We made a call for the end zone there, but nobody picked up on the other end. Now it's 3rd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And that's incomplete, so the defense forces 4th down.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Jason Myers out there now to try field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. It's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Purdy to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. Along the right sideline. There's space. Touchdown, San Francisco.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage big time.
That one right down the middle. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Seahawks 20. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. To the air, Milroe. And this one is launched downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. Well, the opponents made quite the statement in just one play on their opening drive, Brock. And these guys tried to answer, just couldn't connect.
That's right. Not quite as easy as the other side made it look. And here's where you got to be a little bit careful. You can't get caught up in just trying to match the pace or the efficiency on the other side. You got to make sure you stick to your plan.
This is brought in. Big game for Smith and Jigba. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page, and that page, it was textbook.
On the RPO, throw to Horton. By a man, he's in the clear. Hit there, and he's 4 starts. They have about 15 before it. And that gives the Seahawks the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down.
First and 10 from the 32.
Yard line.
Gets it out wide quick, and oh, he might throw this. And he nearly gets him another first down as they force him out just shy of the marker. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Milroe hangs on to it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
And he's going to be stopped just a couple yards beyond the line, but that is still good enough for the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
At the 20-yard line.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Hits his running back. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
RPO quickly into the hands of Shaheed. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
Over the decades, you want to see elite defenses in the NFL. They have the big people that can run and the little people that will tackle. In that corner, well, he did his job there.
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
They give it to the back of his own lead. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball to the 35 to begin this drive. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle. And defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right? You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Into the hands of Kittle. And he is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
Number 85, George Kittle. A gain of 46 yards on the play. And a 49er first down.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Now Black. And they answer. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown, San
Kalon
Francisco.
Black, his second of this quarter. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for San Francisco.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. The give now to Price. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Rig.
Throwing on second, Milroe. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it. And he goes out of bounds. What a play to end this 3rd quarter. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
70. 18 Cardinal.
Now it's Milroe. Jump off, caught by his back. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now.
60 boxes, 60.
Throwing now, Milroe. Buys time, rolling right. And can't find a connection on 2nd down. That incompletion means it is 3rd down.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Here's Milroe to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Well, I know you love to call this the money down, Brock, and on that 3rd down, that pass rush just got paid.
Woo, look at you right there. That's their job.
Yeah.
I mean, in the minds of those guys in the front 7, Kate, you've been around them your whole life. They know it. They don't want to rely on anybody else. They're secondary. They want to get home, and they did.
19 Lions. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Desperation time here. Look at that power, deep left side. He's got it inside the 10. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal. Not a distance you see a lot of conversions from, Brock, but on that play, these guys able to defy the odds.
They sure were, and that defense now has got to regroup because I think mentally you get to that down in distance, you feel like you're off the field. Now they've got to respond defensively.
Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
70 Rangers, go! 70 Timberwolves. Buffalo 18.
Second down now, Milrow. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba, number 5 for him this season. They can tack on one more now, bring things back to within a field goal. And he connects, so now one more kick from him. A field goal will tie us here in this fourth quarter.
38, Seahawks 35. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Handoff, headed right, Black. It's a big gain, 19 yards as they finally take him down. And it will be 1st down, 49ers.
At the 46-yard line. A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Going to the ground again on 1st. He picks up 5 on that 1st down run, brings up 2nd down.
That might not look like a lot, but that's some veteran stuff from the rookie runner right there. That kind of gain in the NFL, that's a win. May not be in high school, you may want to hit the big play, but those singles, they turn into doubles, and they matter at this level.
Working on 2nd down. Purdy. It's Kittle over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that gives the 49ers the 1st.
49ers.
From the gun, run for Black. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Purdy throwing here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
3rd and 3 in front of him now after that completion got him 7. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Got a man. This is Evans. They get to him, take him down after a gain of 3. And that's going to be good for a 49ers 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Black. And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up 1st and goal. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. 49ers holding on to a field goal lead. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Now Purdy. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. And the Seahawks have some new life in the fourth.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. He'll look to throw it. He's not going to be able to get rid of it. They got to him. Fred Warner. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line.
Come on. Hey. 70,
Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
Ready, set. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Would have been one for the highlight reel, but instead, they're facing 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Don't mind that call a bit here on 2nd down. Still got a couple opportunities left. You can afford to take that shot deep, and you need to land one of them. But now, well, now you're getting a 3rd down, and now you got to find a way to get a 1st.
Throwing now. Forced that to his right. Trying to push deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game.
I apologize if it seems like low-hanging fruit to say 7 is not his lucky number right now. But that's how many interceptions he's thrown the last 2 weeks. Can't happen.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. A good hit, but sure would have loved for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know that was exactly what the defense talked about on the sidelines, getting ready for that drive. Let's send a message from the jump, and let's hit them hard.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And they take their first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from Seattle.